with the DSCR loan, one of the things that I like about it from an investor perspective that isn't available on the Fannie Mae second home product is the terms that are available on a DSCR loan. So you have your standard 30-year fixed, and then we have our ARM products. We have a 7-year ARM, a 10-year ARM. But right now in this environment, I like the 40-year fixed, which does have an interest-only option to it. Right? You can do an interest-only to any of the terms, whether it's an ARM or fixed. But I like the 40-year fixed with a 10-year interest-only option if I'm investing at this particular moment, because I want to be able to come out of the gates and have the highest cash flow possible, right? And the 40-year with an IO attached to it is going to give you the lowest liability, right? It means that's going to help you with your net cash flow, right? Then one of the things about the DSCR loan I think is really important for people to consider and strategize around right now is the prepayment penalty. All right, so a DSCR loan has the boilerplate or standard out of the gate is a 5-year. Now you can structure your DSCR loan to have 0 prepayment penalty, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. If you structure that prepayment penalty to be like, say, a 2-year, I like the 2 to 3 year mark right now, and I'll explain why in a minute. But if you take that, your interest rate is going to be higher, or you're going to have to pay a fee to buy that down. Now, the reason I like the 2 to 3 year option right now is because there's a growing consensus here in the lending finance world that there's going to be a refinance event. Some think as early as 2023, like second quarter. I don't agree with that necessarily, but I think somewhere in mid to late 24, you're going to see a refinance event. So I think that will probably extend for like 9 to 12 months, giving people an opportunity to refinance out of the rates that we've seen since the beginning of this year to now, and for the next year, 2 years. I want to position myself to where, will I accept a higher interest rate of 0.25% or even 0.375% to get my prepayment penalty down? Yeah, because I'm going to tack it onto a 40-year term with an interest-only option. So my payment's going to be manageable. My goal is to get in this property, get it stood up, get it operating, cash flow, not worry about having to break into my savings to make this deal work. And then I'm looking forward to 2-3 years down the road where I can refinance this, get my rate down, and then, then my cash flow, and then maybe you're refinancing into that 30-year at that time, right? Refinancing isn't always about getting the lowest possible payment. Sometimes it's about taking you from a 30-year term down to a 15-year term. Ultimately saving you greater, returns on interest versus a 30-year. So I'm positioning that way at this particular point in time, and where I feel it's going to be for like the next year and a half.